Hello everyone. I gotta say I never really played Need for Speed much. I may have played it only once in my life. It wasn't my thing. I'm more of a Gran Turismo guy back in the day, but I don't play any consoles anymore. Anywho, you can buy physical models of these police cars from the video game franchise. This Murcielago looks pretty awesome. Chargers. Also, look at this, a 959. Why is there not a resin model of a Porsche 959? Or even a premium brand? I think Kyosho's the only one, and that thing looks a little bit wonky. So that's kind of weird. Anywho, let's take a look here. So we have these images. I believe the F40 came out in the 2013 version of the video game, Need for Speed Rivals. That's an F50, by the way, but that's a 40. And so M64X is the brand here, and it tells you on the side this is a 1990 version. Redview County Police Department, and 06W, whatever that is, I don't know. Fancy strong box to protect the clear case, which is also in a bag to keep the box from scratching it. Yeah, I'm always You'd think I'd opened so many of these things by now. I'd be more prepared on how to open these things. But no, I'm an idiot. I don't see any tape dots. Let's see. Yeah, pretty loose cover, which is good. You don't want to pick it up and just have the thing fall down, right? Alright, so these images, yeah, this one doesn't even have a light bar, but it has a white graphic on the side, the standard wheels, some sort of crest on the hood. This image here, a 226, dial 911, and this one does have a police bar, white bar that is. And it also has this like star logo here, and that's captured in the paint on this thing. The Ferrari badge is still there. Orange lights on the outside, red on the inside. Sadly, there's no license plate on the model. That looks like some sort of mountainous license plate. Okay, let's take a look here. It's pretty much the same casting as the other regular road-going F40s by this brand, but they added some extra parts. And I like how this actually tells you what it is. It doesn't just say F40, right? It tells you Need for Speed, Pursue and Protect, and then the number 293 of around 400 of this thing. Acrylic base glued together, stainless steel screws. Photo etched wheel looks nice. You can see the perimeter bolts etched away in there. The rim itself might be a piece of metal. It's so shiny. Could be a milled piece of metal, but I can't say for sure. And the center cap area, I don't know if there's a decal in there, because it's offset. It's a little more centered than the rear wheel, so maybe that's a decal. Or, you know what, I think it might be a separate piece of metal. I'm going to zoom in on this thing. It's just when I zoom, it gets really shaky. I'm at 4 times magnification. Yeah, so I think the center knockoff is black, and it's a separate piece, right? But unfortunately, it wasn't glued perfectly. That's unfortunate. So behind it, you have the cross-drilled brake rotor. That's probably a photo etched piece as well. And the brake caliper looks like it's black in like the 9, 8, 8:30 o'clock position. The tire itself is rounded, so that's nice. It's slammed. There's no rolling usually in resin models. They're going for realism and not toys. The 226, very well done. I think it's under the clear coat. That's why, yeah, so it's good. You can see a little clear coat issue there. This is a separate piece, a little orange marker. And then unfortunately, this is not under the clear coat. This is above the clear coat. But this is all back under the clear coat. So that will never bubble up, peel off, or anything like that. The NACA duct, there's some black in there, I think. Let's see if there's a... I don't know. Could be a texture. The bigger vent also has a texture, so it's a separate piece. Yeah, both of them have separate inserted vent details. Probably photo etched metal. And then this also has the little rectangular badge for the Pininfarinas. Oh wow, it even almost looks like, that does look like Pininfarina, right? That's pretty cool. Alright, so yeah, that vent is white, but it has the black of the door cut right here, so that's pretty nice. Super thin packaging, plastic, and nice. There's a photo etch metal piece on top of it, so that'll hopefully keep this plastic from popping loose, because it does curve in here, right? That's a vent, I think. Figures. Let's try this. Too bright, maybe? I don't know if there's an insert in that upper vent. Could be. Yeah, I think there is, way back in there. That's crazy. Alright. While we're at it, let's just look at that side window. Look at that far door. Carbon fiber effect looks good. There's a camera here hanging from the roof. Look at that. The rearview mirror is a photo etch piece. But yeah, you have a silver camera hanging down. Interesting. The wiper blade here, wow, that's a nice wiper blade. It's bent perpendicular, but it actually has lightning holes in the blade itself. They're not just etched, they're literally etched through. That's one of the most delicate, if not the most delicate looking wiper blade I've ever seen. Alright, rear tire and wheel here. Looks good. Yeah, alright, that looks much better, the center knockoff. The rear vents here, yeah, some sort of, I guess, part of the decal, the black cutaway there. Anyways, dial 911. You can see some air pockets or something maybe underneath that decal. Going to the front. So the main grille has a separate inserted photo etch piece with texture. The brake vents also have separate inserted pieces. The Ferrari horse there is in the upright position. So the lens covers here for the headlights have those yellow defroster lines, I think they are. I wish they weren't there. I know some F40s came with those, but I find them unappealing to look at. I'd just rather see the headlights behind them, right? But I assume that's a photo etch piece here with some nut details. And here, maybe it's an orange piece of resin. Again, it's hard to tell because you have those lines. Okay, not much glue residue there. So yeah, that's under the clear coat. Unfortunately, I don't think this is. Or maybe it is. I don't know. It looks a little rougher, right? This looks smooth. So it's a nice decal. The NACA ducts there, they're just black as I guess they should be. Come around to this side. Now I'm catching also there's a molded latch there for the clamshell of the front hood. And yeah, everything looks good. Separate mirrors, of course, reflective stickers in them. Rear tire, again, this center knockoff wasn't glued on perfectly. Or that one. So only one of my wheels has the knockoff glued on in the actual center, so that's unfortunate. Not a perfect model. Nice resin, red resin on top of a photo etch piece, I think. So they literally, you can see it reflecting the toothpick, right? If it didn't have a photo etch piece behind it, it wouldn't reflect. These taillights, they look good. They're very orange and red, and there's a center piece for the backup light. Then these, again, resin on top of metal pieces, because they're reflecting, I think. It looks like a border with the etched away middle, so very impressive. And then obviously this vent grill, it's real. You can see the light inside that engine bay. Yeah, obviously some silver stuff of the engine. Pretty cool. Alright, that Ferrari text is in the upright position. Looks good. I think there might be vents under the wing. It's just a black car, it's hard to tell. Yeah, I guess they're there, but you really can't see them. The dial 911 on this side is much better. No air pockets. This up here, Yeah, it's under the clear coat, that decal, very nice. And then yes, a vacuum formed piece of plastic to show the vents here. Granted they're not cut through, but that's fine. So this thing should probably never pop loose because it's literally formed to this curvature. The windshield though is a bit concerning, right? How it rises in the middle. So it's possible the edges of this windshield will pop loose, but what I'm hoping for is this metal photo etch piece is going to keep it trapped down. And you can see the diffusion of the blackout on the backside of the windshield, which is neat. Back to this engine, look at that detail. Look how clear the window is because it's so thin. So it is possible to make a molded window, yet clear enough to actually see through it, right? So every brand needs to get to this level. If they can, this hobby, it's almost like there'd be no reason to collect a larger scale model because you have all the detail in such a small thing. But so far I've only seen this particular casting with a vacuum formed window like this. Alright, so naturally I don't know what a lot of this stuff is other than those two intercoolers. And it does have a Ferrari text right there, some blue down below there, some black, probably a cross brace for the suspension, a little rod there floating for an extra brace. Yeah, it's nice. I think this is a photo etch piece right here because it's so thin. Some sort of heat shield perhaps? Yeah, that's really nice. Okay. Is that a contaminant? Oh no, it's just some dust. Alright. So the 226 under the clear coat looks fantastic. The light bar is matte black and there's some sort of silver disc on top here. GPS maybe? I don't know. Look at this. This has inserted resin on top of metal lights. So there's 3 there. This is just one big one, but look at the separation of color and you can see the molded etched away detail behind it, right? So 3, 6 is 8 pieces of metal with resin on them, just on that light assembly. Very impressive, very cool. Alright. Yeah, this thing is a lot cooler than I thought it was going to be because it is. I knew it had the light bar, but I wasn't expecting a video camera or some sort of photo camera in the thing. So it's significantly different from their regular F40s. Let's see about here. So Ferrari thing on the steering wheel, the decal on the instrument panels, some paint on the center console. The dashboard is like a matte black, but the glove box there is more of a glossy. Some nut details. Yeah, the wind down window thing looks good. Oh, there's a black seatbelt right there. It's floating in space. It's hard to see being black, but let's try the front view. Look at that. So the seatbelt lock there, a tongue, is literally a photo etch piece because it's got the open hole. And then on the seat, there's that red lock for that tongue to go into. What's weird is oh, it is on both seats. Never mind, just have to go get the light there. So that's pretty cool. The emergency brake is in the up position. It looks like I don't know if there's silver paint on the end. I'm not sure. There's a carbon graphic on the floor and on the top of the side sills. Look at that door. It actually has depth there. So that diagonal is like a crash diagonal, I think. I don't know if I've ever seen a door with the middle part hollowed out like that, like a real door. And I think that window winder is actually a piece of metal. Like it's not just molded into the casting. I think that's a shiny piece of metal. That's a crazy interior. The detail on this thing. Even though it's just black, there's actually a lot of parts. Look at the tiny stick shift there. Boy, hold on. This warrants putting into the vise. It's just a little more stable. It just takes more time. But yeah, look at the stick shift. It's so thin. But is there a piece of something on top? Like a ball? The windows are so reflective. It's not a straight shaft. I think there's literally like maybe a drop of resin to look like the ball of a shifter. And then the gate itself, I think, is probably a piece of photo etch metal. It's the best I can focus on it. Yeah, I feel like the 48, yeah, there, maybe there. Yeah, I think that's a photo-etched piece of metal this thing is going into to look like the gate pass of the manual transmission. There's a photo-etched piece of metal behind the steering wheel for the turn signal and wiper blades and stuff like that. And then on the top of the dashboard, you have those round vent details. Those are photo-etched metal as well, inserted. Anyhow, for an all-black interior, that one's got a lot of parts and pieces and paint. Very impressive. Since video games, you drive across the grass, this is a fitting background today. So here's a DMH Enzo Ferrari. I believe there is a Need for Speed version of that in resin as well. And I believe there's also a police version of the F40. This one is by, doesn't say, it says Runner. Maybe it's Error 64? I don't know. And then actually the normal Rosa Corsa F40 here. Don't know who did it. Maybe SCM or M64 as well. Yeah, because it has the same molded window. I put my own license plate on that thing. I usually shy away from black cars because it's kind of hard to see the details. But, you know, you can't change the way police cars are generally portrayed. Why is that? Please leave a comment. Why are police cars usually black and white? I know some are blue and white, but at some point in time they decided to go black and white, right? That's how, I don't know. I don't know what the logic is behind that. Leave a comment for everyone, please. Alright, well, you can look up reviews of these other ones. They're all fantastic. I think this one may have had an upside down badge, though. I can't tell. Can't tell. I don't know if I'm going to collect more of these police cars. You know, these resin models are expensive, and if they're black, they're kind of hard to see what's going on. But at the same time, the fact that it has the light bar and a camera inside, it's in the extra lights on the back, it's significantly different. That, you know, I feel like this was definitely worth the money for me. I like the extra effort on this one compared to the regular road going on. This has a lot more effort going on. Well, anyways, only time will tell if I get more of these resin police cars from a video game I really don't play. Thank you for watching today, and try to avoid getting a speeding ticket.